pilot are hurt in a small plane crash in Philadelphia Park.
What was initially an emergency landing for the Piper PA-28 turned into something more serious.
It appears to the wing clipped the tree, which spun around and had the crash.
The fire commissioner says the pair are stable, talking, and alert. They were sent to Jefferson Torresdale Hospital. Fly Legacy, identifying themselves as a flight school that trains commercial pilots, says it was an engine power loss, and the general manager says some of the following. The information we have is very limited, but as a flight school who trains commercial pilots, we take our responsibilities very, very seriously, and the cause of the engine power loss is under intense investigation at this time.
Fox 29 Philadelphia's Joe Croce. Dow futures are down 618 points ahead of the opening bell on Wall Street next hour. I'm Chris Foster. This is Fox News.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
Happy Thursday. It is April 2nd, 2026. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Show producer Fred Cruz, and we have AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina. AccuWeather still holding firm on that forecast for rain. Likely the most of it, if and when it does happen, some rain this weekend. We're looking at the potential for the majority coming in on Sunday. It could happen as early as Saturday or late Saturday. That's a cold front. That's the reason for the change in weather. We'll talk about that with Jason Caterina coming up at 7:08. So stick around for about 3 minutes. I'm Sergio Sanchez. Thank you for joining us on 710 KURV. Did you see it? Did you see the broadcast of the Artemis 2 launch? I'll tell you who did see it in person was Mike Fossum, a celebrated local hero, Texas A&M grad. Mike Fossum, our local hero from McAllen, was there. Had a conversation with him about the launch at Cape Kennedy yesterday and the 10-day mission around the moon. That conversation coming up at about 7:15 and 8:15 this morning. So join us for that conversation. Meantime, we also learned, I do believe it was the gang over Channel 5 that reported this, a graduate from McAllen Memorial High School from 1987, Devi Wittes Korth, a member of the NASA engineering crew for the Artemis 2 mission. Debbie Wittes Korth is credited as being one of the chief engineers and designers of the Artemis spacecraft, which launched successfully from Florida, Cape Kennedy, yesterday. It's 7:07 on 710 KURV. Would you like to own a piece of SpaceX? Elon Musk and his crew, they have reportedly filed for an initial public offering. According to the full write-up in the Wall Street Journal and Bloomberg, SpaceX turned in a draft for the initial public offering filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission. SpaceX might be listed for investment as early as June. They're hoping to raise about $75 billion. That's coming up on 7:08 on the Valley's Morning News. The final school choice voucher application came in, and the state comptroller is very happy with the number of applications.
Comptroller Kelly Hancock released the number. Just over 274,000 students applied for a voucher of over $10,000 to help pay for a private school. Hancock calls this a movement built by families. Opponents fear the program is a subsidy for kids already in private schools. 73% of the applicants attended a private school or were homeschooled last year.
It's what has happened in every state that has passed voucher law, so we're not at all surprised. It is just proof that this is an entitlement program.
Voucher proponents insist the money will go to low-income kids and those with special needs. In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
And a quick heads up, the Texas Division of Emergency Management today, at 10 in the morning, somewhere between 10 in the morning and around lunchtime, they might be sending you an emergency text alert or maybe a phone, like your phone starts blaring and yelling and screaming. Maybe a TV alert as well. They're running a test of the statewide alert system today they all start around 10 o'clock in the morning, they say. We're part of it, Hidalgo County and Cameron County. Time is 7:09. It is Accu with the time. And we want to say thank you to Dougie and all the gang at Martin Farm and Ranch. Give your animals the best. Purina nutrition for pets and livestock and exotic animals. Dougie and his family, they wish you and your family a beautiful and blessed Easter and Easter weekend. AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina joining us, and that weekend might provide plenty of rain. I was looking at the AccuWeather write-up, the most recent one, and I like to get closer to, you know how it is, Jason. Past 4 or 5 cold fronts and the chance of rain, we talk about it several days out, and then poof, it disappears. But this one seems to be holding firm.
Yeah.
What do you say? Sunday, probably Sunday, the better chance of rain on Sunday. What would you peg a percentage at? 50%, 40, 60? What would you say Sunday, a chance of rain for the area?
It's looking pretty good. That front holding and the energy holding with it. So, it looks like we'll have a pretty solid chance. I'd say probably about a 50% chance. I think periods of rain and a thunderstorm Saturday night too. So, pretty solid chance we'll get some showers on Sunday, but I think Saturday night is when we'll get most of the action with the rain actually moving through.
Okay. And then, of course, big change in temperature. Even the latest update you provided, still temperatures Saturday in the low 90s. But so I'm looking at late night or overnight arrival of that cold front, the energy?
Yeah, still mid 60s Saturday night, then just not much of a rebound Sunday. Temperatures will be, upper 60s, low to mid 70s as we head into Sunday. So just not much of a rebound from Saturday night into the day on Sunday. Temperatures will just kind of stay down a little bit for us at that point.
A friend, Joe Bastardi, checked in. He's been back and forth with me and other folks. He says I think that the general expectation is about just shy of 2 inches here or there. But you know how it is? It's such a wide area. Some folks might see a trickle. Other folks might see that, or maybe a little north of that. Probably by the end of the week, and maybe like midweek and Sunday.
Because even Sunday night, still the chance for some occasional rain and drizzle around. So,
well, we'll take it, whatever we can get.
By Monday, a brief shower or two in the morning, and then it should start to dry up. So, by the time we talk Monday morning, maybe we'll have a decent total as to what fell throughout the weekend.
All right. The AccuWeather forecast, mid 90s, 96-ish today. Same thing tomorrow, 95. Saturday, low 90s, 92, 93. Cold front Saturday night. Late Saturday night, rain Saturday night. I saw the AccuWeather.com write-up on this. I'm about 20, 30%. Jason Caterina joining us right now. About 50% chance plus on Sunday. So I hope you get some rain if you need some rain this weekend. And we'll build a burrito with you next hour, pal. We're out of time. I know you got a
all right
right now. That's AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina. I say that because it's National Burrito Day. Burrito Day. We'll build a burrito. See what you put in there. It's also National Peanut Butter and Jelly Day. Maestro, you tell me, because I know you see the commercial inventory, and we got, by the way, it's Thursday, since it's a pre-Easter weekend Thursday. Movie mom Nell Minow, she's expected to join us in about 30 minutes or so. Normally we speak with her on Friday, but it's Good Friday and program note for KURV. The crew, if we are blessed enough to have a normal Friday, normal weekend, we'll have best of programming and other special programming tomorrow for Good Friday. So that's why we speak with mom today. And if you got little ones, if you got kids, you know what's at the movie theater. It's the Super Mario movie. It's already breaking records left and right. So that conversation coming up in about 30 minutes on 710 KURV. Time is 7:13. This is the Valley's Morning News for a Thursday, as I mentioned earlier. Mike Fossum, Texas A&M grad. Whoop. Former NASA astronaut. He was right there in Florida at Cape Kennedy yesterday for the launch of Artemis 2. Caught up with him early this morning in a phone call. Got some reaction from him on what it was like on the ground. What systems are working and might be failing already on board that, very close, tight fit space capsule that is taking 4 souls around the moon for the next 10 days. That's coming up next on 710 KURV.
Hair Volume from New Nordic will make your hair look thick and healthy. Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in the Cal at 956-803-0058 in Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
The 710 KURV People Poll made possible by Total Imaging Solutions. Their customers have 99.3% of problems fixed within 4 hours.
Time to tango at the Santa Fe Steakhouse Wine Classic, Friday, April 17th. Travel to the heart of Argentina, right here in McAllen, where you'll be seduced by the most coveted wines imaginable as you lose yourself to the tango. Just dancing under the stars at Quinta Mazatlan. It's a night of wine, exquisite cuisine from our finest local chefs, and irresistible rhythm. Reserve your table today, 956-630-2331.
News, traffic, weather, sports.
The Valley's Morning News.
News Talk 710 KURV.
This is the weekend on 710 KURV for the men's Final Four and the championship game. So we got the Final Four on Saturday, all the games on KURV. Monday, the championship game. This is also your station in the Valley for Houston Astros baseball. Next up is the A's. First broadcast Friday night at 8:10 on 710 KURV. Big thank you to Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women. We got 4 brave souls taking a trip to the moon, around the moon, and coming home in a few days. It's a 10-day mission to the moon and back. Let's get some reaction from our local hero and Texas A&M grad, Mike Fossum, former NASA astronaut. Mike, I understand you got to see the launch. You're at Cape Kennedy, so tell me about that experience.
Oh, Sergio, it's good to talk to you. What an amazing experience. I just couldn't turn it down when we got the opportunity to come here. And just to see it and remember what it was like for me, as a child growing up, watching us work our way toward the moon, dreaming about it someday and seeing it become real. So this mission is kind of like Apollo 8, where they're going to go out and orbit around the moon.
Yeah.
But that's what we have to do to prepare to the landing in a few years.
I was going to ask you that. Like, why do we need to take such a long trip and come on back? Why not just go ahead and land and then come on back? It's like driving all the way to Washington, D.C. Okay, we made it. Let's drive on back. It's like, why make such a long trip and back?
It's a test flight. This is a brand new rocket. It's only flown once before without people. So this is the first time with humans. The spacecraft itself, the first time with humans, the Orion spacecraft. And they have to test all of the systems to keep the crew alive, basically. The systems to remove the carbon dioxide from the air in the cabin and keep the temperatures right, the space toilet, and all those kind of things that you need to live for 10 days. And also just the ability that part of the reason for going out around the moon is because the reentry coming back in to Earth at the end of the mission will be the fastest and therefore the hottest that we have ever done. So that's testing the spacecraft too.
Former NASA astronaut and our local hero, Mike Fossum, joining us with reaction to this Artemis 2 mission to the moon. Funny that you mentioned scrubbing the air and you mentioned the toilet. The toilet works. They figured that out, but the fan doesn't work. They're going to need some extra air freshener or light a match. Like, what do they do in that situation, Mike? How do you scrub that air?
Well, it's undesirable, but it's just the proof that the way systems operate in space is just different, and you can't. All the testing you do on the ground still has gravity, and so there are things you cannot plan for. So that's one of the essential tests, and it
Well, maybe
might
they could
make the trip a little less pleasant, but they'll get
maybe
through
they
it.
could change up the menu. Mike, I don't know, just eat more. I don't know, freeze dried salad instead of freeze dried egg and beans or Mexican food. Maybe that, that would help over the next several days. Mike Fossum, former NASA astronaut, joining us. This mission to the moon and the small compartment. I think it was described as a small travel trailer for 4 people. Just, it's going to be more compact than it was for you on the shuttle or the International Space Station. Could describe that, because there's really no personal space for these 4 the next several days.
There's really not much personal space. So
Yeah.
you are, you get to be family with the people you're traveling with. And I think one way of putting it in is about the size of 2 minivans. Is the space that they have in there. So there's a little bit of space, certainly more than the Soyuz spacecraft that I spent a few days in going and coming from the space station. But it is tight. It's all, and it has to be, because there's not a lot of creature comforts in that trip. But it's essential, because the bigger it is, the heavier it is to launch, and the harder it is to get it back through Earth's atmosphere through that reentry. So it's all designed very carefully.
What does a launch like that feel like? I don't know. You said you had several experiences. What does it feel like when you're sitting on that missile?
Well, there's 2 ways to look at it. One is sitting on the top of a rocket like that. And after dreaming about it, training for this mission for this crew, they were assigned years ago, and training, and some delays, and then they're doing launch preps, and there were some leaks, and okay, we have to set back, and all that. So the reality of the day, as it's clocking down, they're going through everything. It actually feels, to the crew member, it feels like the whole world is, you are picking up speed, and the things around you are going by in a blur until finally you're on the launch pad and say, is this real? Is it really going to happen today? They're going through, then there were critical steps in the countdown. There was one little thing they had to stop and work for a few minutes. And it's like, we're really doing this, as they get in the final countdown down around about 30 seconds. It's like everything's go. To feel the rocket come to life under you, and then all of a sudden, they light the solid rocket boosters, and you are just really moving. And as you're burning fuel, you get lighter, and so the G forces are pushing back harder and harder on the crew. It's part of them is, it's steely-eyed professional, looking at the systems, monitoring everything, and part of them is that child in all of us that dreamed about doing these kind of things. Taking a second for a quick fist pump. Yeah, we're doing it.
Did you have to take some Dramamine to get used to the weightlessness and all that? Did it take you a while to get used to that every time?
These are all experienced crew members. I guarantee as soon as the engines cut off at just over 8 minutes into the flight, they were like, Yahoo, I'm back. And so now for rookies, it takes a little bit of time to settle in and learn how to move around. These guys are great. Sergio, can I go to the other part of the launch, though? I was talking about the crew. The bravest people involved are actually their families and all the people that love them, that are watching from the ground. Because for us, and I count myself as one of them, launches are actually, exciting and terrifying.
Mike Fossum, former NASA astronaut, reacting to Artemis 2 mission, and we pray for them. We wish them well, and learn everything and test everything that they need to do and test, because the next mission, Artemis 3, are they landing, Lord willing, when that happens? Yes.
Artemis 3, and I was in a briefing with the NASA administrator a few days ago. That is planned for next year. Next year, they will launch with 1 or possibly 2 prototypes for the moon lander. And because the capsule they launch in won't land on the moon, it'll go into orbit, just like we did back in Apollo, and the lander will separate. But a really critical test will be to verify that they can maneuver the spacecraft and dock and undock to the lunar lander. This is a repeat of Apollo 9, which had the same objectives. So Artemis 3 will be kind of repeating the same test plan that we did on Apollo 9. Then Artemis 4 is planned to land on the moon in another year. 2028 is what they're targeting right now.
Yeah, barring any leaks.
Unbelievable.
I hope they figure out the whole leaks thing and fix that once and for all. Get some confidence in that system. And is it too early to ask where they might be landing? Because I would love for them to land near one of the Apollo missions. Go see what happened to all of the flag, the equipment, everything that they left behind. You know what I mean? Or they still need to decide that at NASA. Do you know?
I think that would be really cool just for historical purposes, and I think someday we will. I've been retired for a few years, so I'm not completely up onto the launch or onto the landing site preparation. But I know there's a lot of interest in finding places and eventually, getting down to the south pole of the moon, where we believe there is some ice that could be used to make water and maybe rocket fuel.
Okay, and that's the goal, right, Mike? To set up a base near any potential water source and set up that, I guess, fuel station to eventually go to Mars sometime in our lifetime. That's the hope, right? That's the moon base.
That's one of the ideas that we need to explore, but there's still a lot to learn about the moon.
All right. When do you think?
The plan is to build a base.
Okay.
To build a permanent base that crews will be returning to and using as a base of operations on the moon, and that is aggressive. That goes way beyond what we did in Apollo.
We might need that though before we jump to the moon, right? Hop, skip. We might need that moon base before we go to Mars, right?
It's just learning, right? Because
Okay.
when you go to Mars, you're going to need to be there for a good period of time before you can start the journey home. Because you have to wait for Mars and Earth in their separate orbits around the sun to line up to the right position, so you can efficiently get back.
I believe the Chang Diaz or Diaz Chang. I believe one of your colleagues, NASA astronauts, some years back. This was pre-COVID. We did an interview. He had been working on a either nuclear-based or nuclear pulse-based, some type of new, faster propulsion system to get us to Mars in 6 weeks rather than 6 months, something like that. Have you heard anything new on the development of that faster propulsion system to shorten the length of travel to Mars?
I believe it's Franklin Chang Diaz, and he's brilliant. And an immigrant to this country with less than $10 in his pocket that is now developing a plasma rocket. And he's been working on this since he was doing his PhD at MIT. He's been had a lot of funding, and they're making progress on it. And NASA has plans to test that technology and some other similar technology, in the years ahead in space, just to see if we can really make it work. It's exciting, though.
What is the role of SpaceX and the rocket technology? What is the role of SpaceX with NASA when it comes to sending equipment, people to the moon, and then Mars? How does Elon Musk fit into all this?
Well, they're absolutely essential. The Dragon spacecraft is how humans are getting to and from. The Americans are using to get to and from the space station right now. A very, very successful program. The Russians are still using the Soyuz, and for space station crews, we're still to keep the crew balanced out and make sure we have continuous people up there. We typically fly with one Russian on the Dragon with us, with a full crew of 4, and then one American flying with the other 2 Russians on the Soyuz going to and from the space station. So Elon, SpaceX, they've got cargo ships that go up to the space station, and the humans, and of course he's working on his like we see down in Boca Chica. He's working on this rocket technology that he believes, and he's pushing forward hard, will be options for getting us to the moon and to Mars. The heavy lift work that he's doing is breaking ground. He's making access to space for satellite work, not just for human exploration, but for launching satellites and stuff, is completely, just in the last 15 years, has has completely changed the terrain for space launch. It's amazing.
Yes, and it's here in the RGV, which is, I still pinch myself every now and then. I can't believe that we live in this time in South Texas where we have that potential pathway to
absolutely
to the stars from the valley, from here, from Brownsville. It's just mind blowing. Just want
to. You and I could not have believed that growing up.
Yeah, and
so hard to believe.
Yeah, just want to get just a closing comment on the amazing opportunities for our huercos or kids here in the valley. These bright-eyed babies going out to Starbase, watching the launches from South Texas, dreaming and likely fulfilling their dreams through UTRGV for Texas A&M. Going to school and becoming astronauts. Just a quick comment on SpaceX in the valley.
Well, I will say, yes, go to school, but also it takes a lot of technicians to do this work too. Mm-hmm. So there's many fields that go into it. Electricians, there's HVAC people, welders are involved, and so there are a lot of different opportunities. It's not just the university degree. Of course, as a vice president of A&M and running the Galveston Maritime related campus, I encourage that. We have a lot of students from the RGV that come up to Galveston to be on our campus, our part of Texas A&M. But I want the young people, and I'm so excited, and the parents, talk to them about this. Grandparents, remind them what it was like when we watched, humans and Americans going to the moon for the first time and reaching into the stars. And, there will be many young people who catch that as that dream, that passion that changes their lives.
Next time you're home, I'm gonna get you the autograph. I wore my favorite NASA shirt today. I'm showing it off here on the camera, so I'll get you the autograph this year. Appreciate your time, Mike. And
outstanding.
Look forward to seeing you.
Talk to you.
Yes, sir. Mike Fossum, Texas A&M grad. That's the lead description. Texas A&M grad, our local hero, former NASA astronaut, Mike Fossum. Be well, brother. This is the Valley's Morning News on Newstalk 710 KURV. I want to say thank you to all the gang over at the Santa Fe Steakhouse, the award-winning wine cellar, the award-winning restaurant, Santa Fe Steakhouse. I'm just going to take a few seconds right now, open up our 710 KURV WhatsApp line. So in celebration of their mid-April, I think it's April 17th, the Santa Fe Steakhouse Wine Classic. It's a big fundraiser. It's like the place to be, the Santa Fe Wine Classic. It's coming up mid-month. So we're going to open up the 710 KURV WhatsApp line. Producer Freddie has a few pairs, I'll just put it that way, he has a few pairs of tickets to the Santa Fe Steakhouse Wine Classic that will be celebrated at Quinta Mazatlan. So you tell Freddie right now at 956-862-2482, 862-2482. Either record an audio message, send it to Freddie, or text it. It's a 710 KURV WhatsApp line. What type of steak do you want? Some of y'all in Lent and Quaresma, you're almost to the finish line, people. So when you order a steak, what type of meat, what type of steak you're going to order? And how do you want it done? How do you want it cooked? That's it. And be sure to enjoy it over at the Santa Fe Steakhouse. So tell Freddie what type of steak you want and how you're going to get it cooked. Could be sirloin, filet mignon, the filet mignon, the ribeye, New York strip, whatever. And how do you want it cooked over at the Santa Fe Steakhouse? 956-862-2482. First come, first serve. You're among the first ones to show up. You get 2 tickets to the Santa Fe Steakhouse Wine Classic this month. 956-862-2482. 710 KURV is your station in the Valley for Astros baseball. Sports up next. An invitation from Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. Good folks have been around for almost 140 years now. Did I get that? No, almost 130 years now. I think they're at 129 right now. Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing, they do commercial roofs right. And they back everything with valued warranties. They stand behind their work, and they provide through the years the follow-up, the upkeep. So the invitation from Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing, the top commercial roofing outfit in this area. Call them, and for free, they will send an expert crew over to all the buildings that you want checked, all the roofs that you want checked, for free, give you a truly expert report. They know what to look for. They'll tell you if there's any weak spots or any damage that needs to be repaired now so that water doesn't come down on you or your clients or your expensive equipment and work in the near future. So the number to call, Chamberlain Roofing, Waterproofing. Yeah, it's in the name, precisely what you need, waterproofing, 956-655-6178. Call them for that free appointment and inspection, expert inspection, 956-655-6178. Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing at chamberlainltd.com.
Looking to add a compact excavator to your fleet? The Hitachi ZX35 from Masco Equipment is in stock and ready to go to work. Right now, get this powerful and versatile mini excavator for as low as $39.9, including a 12-inch bucket, 2-year, 2,000-hour factory warranty, and 0% interest for 48 months. But don't wait. This offer ends April 30th, subject to credit approval. Visit ASCOEQ.com to learn more. Masco Equipment and Hitachi, built to perform, backed by the team you trust.
You're losing your hair, and you want a simple solution guaranteed to work. Guys, you need Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair's quick one-day treatment is offered in a calm, relaxed environment with top-rated physicians and modern technology. Your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day, and Advanced Hair guarantees it will grow. So schedule your free consultation for $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. 469-599-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Coming up after the Valley's Morning News, stay tuned for the Sergio Show starting at 9, followed by the Dana Lash Show at 11 on News Talk 710 KURV and on the Radio Potami app.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
I'm Kevin Walker with your Texas in the Morning Sports Report.
Seager has grounded out twice and fouled out, and he hits one high and deep to right field. Going back is Kowser. He's at the wall. That ball is history. Corey Seager clears the 373 sign with his third home run of the year, and he cuts the Orioles' lead to 8-3.
A little too much too late for the Texas Rangers after they dropped the series finale to the Baltimore Orioles 8-3. Despite the loss, they did clinch the series, their second series win in as many tries after they defeated the Philadelphia Phillies to start the year.
Correa drives one deep to left field. Forget about it. 5-2 Astros. CC with a 3-run shot into the Crawford boxes.
That one did all but seal it for the Houston Astros early in their game against the now 1-5 Boston Red Sox. For the Stros, it's their 5th straight win as they now take a half-a-game lead in the American League West over the aforementioned Rangers. For H-Town, they will have another AL West opponent when they go on the road for the first time this season and face the Athletics. Lastly, the Alien had himself a night last night after the San Antonio Spurs defeated the Golden State Warriors 127-113. It's the 10th straight win for the Spurs and another 41-point game for Victor Wembanyama. They face the LA Clippers later tonight with tip-off set for 9:30 at the Intuit Dome. With your Texas in the Morning Sports Report, I'm Kevin Walker.
Your 710 KURV exclusive AccuWeather forecast. So highs today should be mid-90s. Same thing tomorrow, Friday, Good Friday. And low 90s on Saturday. And Saturday night, Saturday evening, Saturday night, we have an increasing chance of rain. Now, we do have at the coast an okay chance of maybe a pop-up shower as early as tomorrow, about 25% chance. Sunday, the chances are real good on Sunday. Now, AccuWeather, conversation with Jason Caterina, meteorologist, saying north of 50%, that's how confident he is. I know why he's so sheepish. We've had 4 cold fronts and chances of rain over the past couple of months, and any chance of rain went poof, it disappeared, for exception of the last one, got a little bit for Starr County. So pretty good chance of rain, well north of 50% chance of rain on Sunday. Monday, still an okay chance of rain, about 50%. So there you go. That's the best AccuWeather can tell you now. No live programming on KURV tomorrow, Good Friday. We'll just get the AccuWeather update and tell you what the numbers they're reporting. Border Bridge wait times on 710 KURV. It's posted on KURV.com. So it is 35 minutes at B&M Gateway Veterans Bridge, at about 20 minutes, headed back to Brownsville and headed back to McAllen Mission, Edinburgh, 25 to 35 minutes at Ansa Lewis and at the Hidalgo Bridge, since there is no live program on KURV tomorrow, unless the world's coming to an end and we have to do play-by-play. Hopefully not. So we got movie mom Nell Minow today, and we'll see what she has to say about the new Super Mario movie that all the kids want to go see this weekend. Movie mom Nell Minow in about 6 minutes on 710 KURV.
Hi there, my name's Tony Bolstead. My wife and I, Carol, own Sand Monsters. We'd like you to come on out and have fun. We've got a half-mile long track out here. It runs across about 3.5 acres. Have adult cars and kid cars, getting laps in, learning how to drive on the sand. And we also lease space to Redline Helicopters is one of our tenants here, and they've got a pad and they do helicopter tours. Lone Star National Bank and the team there really helped us get this thing put together, answered all our questions, huge help.
I am Stephanie Harrison. I am the second generation owner of Sisters Interiors on South Padre Island. We had always dreamed of owning our own land and owning our own building, using our design team to create what you see here today. That's how we got involved with Lone Star National Bank. We partnered with them and they helped us, create the dream.
Improve your overall health and enjoy a better quality of life with Dr. T's Primary Care. You're trying to set some new weight goals. If you're too moody or stressed out or just tired and trying to get more sleep, Dr. T's Primary Care can help you with all of that and more. If you're worried about things like low testosterone, Dr. T is a primary care provider from the sniffles to the flu and also offer menopause treatment, peptide treatment, and IV vitamin infusions. McAllen area, call 956-803-0058 and in Harlingen, 956-368-5247. That's drtsprimary.care.com.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC, McAllen Mission.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Oil prices are flying sky high by more than 7% after President Trump warned of further military aggression against Iran in the next 2 to 3 weeks. West Texas Intermediate currently sitting at 109 per barrel. Brent also at 109. Analysts expect the fallout from the Iran war to spur demand for EVs, although a shift away from the traditional internal combustion engine vehicles is expected to be gradual. Various car-selling platforms have reported a sharp increase in consumer interest for EVs since the Middle East crisis began. Republican leaders in Congress have announced a 2-track plan to fund the Department of Homeland Security. DHS has been shut down for nearly 2 months as Democrats withheld funding over concerns about the agency's immigration enforcement practices. TSA agents worked without pay, leading to long airport lines amid workers quitting. Futures are drastically lower amid the Iran war. Wednesday, the Dow Industrials gained 224, the NASDAQ up 250. That's Your Money Now.
AccuWeather says highs for today should be mid-90s. Take that into Friday, mid-90s, low 90s Saturday. Increasing chance of rain as early as Saturday afternoon, Saturday night. We got a cold front on the way for this weekend. Really, really good chance of rain Sunday. Well north of 50% for the entire region. If you want some rain, I hope you get some on Sunday, maybe even Monday. So track all of that at AccuWeather.com, KURV.com, our weather section as well. We got movie mom Nell Minow in about 4 minutes on 710 KURV. If you're whether you're an only son, only daughter, or you have, room full of brothers and sisters, but no one is stepping up to, or can't step up to, for whatever reason, just their obligations. Taking care of mom and dad is a full-time occupation. You love them so much, and you want to step up. You want to do something. You want them to be at home, be happy. They can be with Health Care Unlimited. I am very, very proud to remind you that Health Care Unlimited is there for you. A phone call away at 956-994-9911. I'm going to give you that number again. Health Care Unlimited. They helped me with my mom and dad at a time when they were frail and a lot slower and needed help with bathing and cleaning up things around the house, cooking simple meals on a regular basis, and with medications and just basic medical things. And hey, did you take your medication? Let me see, things like that. Healthcare Unlimited can help mom and dad stay home where they wish to be, and you want them to be happy, as independent as possible for as long as possible. Healthcare Unlimited. Call them today, 956-994-9911.
Ah, the eternal struggle. Too hot? Too cold? Forget about it. Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and HVAC will make your home a true Goldilocks zone. Don't bear it alone when your fairy tale home feels like a nightmare gone wrong. Mighty Mike is your shining hero who will save the day with service that's not too early, not too late, but just right. Call Mighty Mike at 956-686-1353 or visit callmightymike.com. Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and HVAC.
Get it right. Call Mighty Mike.
Mighty Mike to the rescue.
Just one call to solve it all.
Everything you need to know to start your day.
The Valley's Morning News.
News Talk 710 KURV.
It's the pulse of the 956. It is News Talk 710 KURV. This is the Valley's Morning News. I'm Sergio Sanchez, along with show producer Fred Cruz, AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina, and on standby, it's Mom, movie mom Nell Minow. And yeah, you know what all the huercos, all the kids want to see this weekend. That Super Mario movie. Was it any good? Are you going to stay awake? We'll find out with Mom in about 2 minutes. News on 710 KURV. A service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
This is a Fox News Alert. I'm CJ Papa. President Trump addressing the nation saying the war with Iran is winding down.
We are on track to complete all of America's military objectives shortly.
President detailed the urgency of Iran's nuclear threat. He framed the spike in energy prices as short-term, and the American economy is able to absorb it. What he did not say definitively was whether victory can be declared without extracting Iran's stockpile of enriched uranium or signal whether ground troops may be going in.
Fox is checking hiring of the White House while the president promises to finish the job. Iran striking back, firing more missiles at Iran and its neighbors in the Gulf. Oil prices rising today. Same with the price of a gallon of regular gas up 2 cents, stopping at $4.08. That's from AAA diesel hitting $5.50 a gallon. America's listening to Fox News.
A heads up from the Texas Division of Emergency Management. They're running a test of communication systems through radio, TV, and your phone. They're going to be sending out an alert, maybe an alert text message. It's all a test today. Don't be alarmed. And if you want a piece of SpaceX, initial public offering has been filed. You might be able to buy some SpaceX stock this summer. Well, normally on Friday, we speak with Mom. It's Good Friday tomorrow, program up for KURV. No live programming, so we got best of and also some special holiday programming tomorrow. So right now, it's time to check in with Mom, movie mom Nell Minow. If there's anything good at the box office, we know that we got that Super Mario movie. Did you stay awake, Mom? Is it entertaining for the adults as well, the Super Mario movie?
I enjoyed it very much. I thought it was a lot of fun. It's very colorful. It's exciting. It's funny. It's got A+ voice talent. You've got Chris Pratt as Mario and Luigi as Charlie Day, who's got that great voice. Keegan-Michael Key is in it, Anya Taylor-Joy, Oscar winner Brie Larson, Jack Black as the bad guy. I mean, it's a lot of fun. I have to say, one of the things I enjoyed in the movie was hearing the other people in the audience gasp and laugh at things that I totally missed because they are players of the game. But they were ecstatic. All the characters they love. Now, this is very important. You need to stay all the way to the end of the credits because I'm just going to say there's a character that made everybody very excited. Looks like there's going to be another movie ahead of us.
Yeah, of course there is. It's a moneymaker, hand over fist. Yeah. Next time I'll be sure to send your radio grandchildren with you to them. They can explain what's going on.
I would love that. My favorite character in the movie is not Mario or Luigi or Princess Peach. It is the Fox guy with the voice of Texas's own Glenn Powell. And I'm hoping they'll make a whole movie about that character. He's kind of the Han Solo of the Super Mario universe.
All right. Anything else at the box office or the pay-per-view channels?
Yeah, we got a lot. In fact, there is a movie that's very high profile, Zendaya and Robert Pattinson in the drama about a couple who are just days away from their wedding when he finds out something shocking about her past. I have to say, I looked at my watch every 5 minutes through the whole movie because it is cringe upon cringe upon cringe. And then we have a couple of anniversary releases this weekend. The Mummy Returns with Brendan Fraser to get us all excited about the fact that they're making a new one. And one of the greatest movies of all time is celebrating, are you ready? Its 40th anniversary. That would be Stand By Me.
Wow. Yeah.
The classic.
Blink of an eye and all that time goes
Yeah.
by.
Okay. Also on streaming, we've got Avatar Fire and Ash. You can watch it on the small screen. Best thing in that is the villain, played by the granddaughter of Charlie Chaplin. And Easter and Passover movies. Passover, we've got Prince of Egypt. For Easter, we've got Ben-Hur. Easter Parade with Fred Astaire and Judy Garland. And next week, we've got a romantic comedy that's got like a quintessential romantic comedy name. It's called You, Me, and Tuscany.
If you do watch the Avatar movie,
Yeah.
I understand you need to clear an entire Saturday afternoon and evening or Sunday afternoon and evening. How long is that sucker? Like 3 hours? Something like that?
Yeah, too long is the answer to your question.
All right. Have a wonderful and blessed Easter weekend, Mom. Hugging and kiss to you and Movie Dad as well. That's Movie Mom Nell Mino on 710 KURV. We invite you to join us at Radio Para Mi. Join us online at Radio Para Mi at the free app.
Hair Volume from New Nordic will make your hair look thick and healthy. Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
They said copies for a penny couldn't be done. We said, watch us. Total Imaging Solutions. We're